Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back. My name is Henrike and I'm the rotten brain behind Plumber Brainrot. And today we are going to continue building this nightclub. And for that, we will need some deco sims. And I think I have two different sets of animated deco sims. But we'll have to wait until my PC is loading my 118 gigabytes of mods and CC. I really need to clean out my mods folder because the loading time is kind of getting annoying because I'm currently having this blue-ish grayed out starting screen. And I know that I had a mod for that fixed that, but I can't for the life of me remember the creator or the name of the mod. So if anyone has that mod, please drop it in the comments below because that would literally save me at least 15 minutes because I have to launch my game once. Why is this not loading? Okay. I have to launch my game at least once and then have to close it again because I have this weird grayed out screen, as I said, and that's so annoying. It literally takes me half an hour to get my game in a place where I can actually start building or start creating a sim in cars or something like that. So yeah, how has everyone been doing? It's currently Sunday when I'm recording this. How was your weekend, or did any of you have to work on the weekend? I worked in retail a lot in the past 10 years, and working on the weekends, especially while I was still doing my apprenticeship as a lab tech, was a lot. I was constantly exhausted. So I feel for you in case you had to work in the last 2 days. I went to my parents today. My dad picked my dog and I up at 9 a.m. We went over for breakfast, and I have a galgo, so a Spanish greyhound, and Venom usually hates when it has been raining or is raining, and today it had been raining for at least, I don't know, 4 hours or something like that. So my parents' garden was wet, but he still had zoomies, so that made me really, really happy. And besides that, I actually ate breakfast because feeding myself is not easy. It takes a lot of energy for me to prepare a meal, or even the mental cognitive energy on deciding what to make, even though I eat the same foods over and over and over again because I'm autistic. So yeah, that made me really, really happy. And then my mom and dad had a barbecue yesterday, and okay, I think, is it Lazy Simmies where the deco sims are from that I'm looking for? So my parents had a barbecue yesterday and my mom made potato salad, and I live in Germany, so a good old German potato salad was my lunch, which I had at home because we just went over for I think 2.5 hours or something like that. And I even managed to have a shower, which is amazing because that as well takes a lot of energy from me. And a few weeks ago, I was only able to shower twice or 3 times a week, which sounds really, really bad, and it probably is. college party deco sims. Okay, we can let's let these thumbnails load in. I don't know why my PC is struggling so much right now. But what was I saying? I can't remember. My brain is not like a sieve, it's like a funnel, because nothing like catches onto anything, like everything just like falls through. So maybe I will remember later on. But why is this not loading? What if we look for dancing? Or maybe I will have to like turn on live edit and debug. But usually I don't have that like turned on by default, and I can still find like the dancing deco sims. Maybe we'll just have to Google it, because I could swear that it's by Shirisi. So let me quickly check that. And I was correct. It's by Shirisi. And let's look for clubbing. Yeah, I think they will show up in a bit. But yeah, Shirisi, I have a lot of their deco sims, and they currently have the mod in early access, but I think it will be out in like roughly 2 weeks if I remember correctly. A billboard mod where you can like just drop like a photo that you can took in game into the billboard, and I think they even said that you could do that with like several images, and that yeah, it would like automatically like cycle through the images, which is I just love them. They are so talented. Yeah, let's just go to this floor to have like an easier time to like place people. I'm also kind of thinking about maybe using these like in the back somewhere, but I don't want the lot to be like laggy. I think that guy looks cool. So we can just like put a few deco sims on the dance floor. And we have two dance floors, so the sims will use this area to dance. And then it looks like a packed club, which I think is like a way more fun atmosphere than having like 20 sims here, which I think is the cap by default for like EA. I don't know what type of dancing animation like each of them have, but let's just put a few baddies in here, and then if I don't like the animations in this club, we can like always swap them out. I still really want to like learn how to make deco sims myself. I think at some point I will have to start learning that, because I have so many ideas. Like, I told my mom about the YouTube channel and how many subscribers I have, and that I uploaded 2 days in a row and even like 3 times this week, and she was really proud. And I told her a lot about like the CC ideas that I have, and she was like, well, Henrike, at some point you will just have to make your own game. I was like, nope, not gonna happen. Like, starting to like create CC clothes and like hair and objects and everything like that, I'm down for that. But like no, I don't desire to create like a full-on game. But it's really fun to like one day at a time pick up the skills for Blender, because that kind of unlocks like the ability to like make quote unquote everything I could dream of. Let's see how this looks. Why is it still light outside? What's this? Oh? What's this? Do I still have... Oh, because I still have the basement. Yes, this is something that I tend to do when I pick like objects that could work in a build. And that was just peeking through. We don't need that. Oh, well, we're gonna delete the room in a bit anyways. Do we need these? I think we don't. And I kind of want to grab this. Maybe. Should we maybe put this over here? Let's lower this a bit. I think I actually like that. Yeah, it kind of draws the eye over here. So what else do we need? I don't think we need to clutter like a lot more. I think we'll just like browse some of the categories and then see what else we can find and just clutter the build, I guess. We don't need the clothing line in the club. Let's put some bikes down. Do they have different swatches? Nope. Nope. Okay. Well, maybe that would actually fit quite nicely in the build. Oh, and we can delete the basement. Let's do that. Okay. Ooh. LXS. Okay. I think I said in another video that I uploaded a few days ago that it's always like really fun to like look through the categories, even though I'm annoyed with myself. Oh, I think I have more like, it's not necessarily like chemical waste, but like bottle stuff like that. But I said that it's always really fun to like browse through the categories and then like find the things that you downloaded a while ago and you forgot about. But at the same time, it takes so much time. But yeah, LXS. Okay, I will have to remember that. Is that the Steam? Yes. So... let's raise this up. Let's just leave it like that. Or maybe we'll just put it down. So it's hidden. We are currently in the plants category. Would parts of this be like overgrown? It's concrete, so it does not feel realistic. At some point, of course, there will be like weeds growing through the concrete, because nature always takes over at some point. But I think the building is still in too good of a shape to suffer from stuff like that. It's too small. I don't think that makes sense storytelling wise. I don't even necessarily know what I'm looking for. But that's always the last like 20% of every build that I do, that I just browse like the categories and then let's just add that to the phase with the Better Build Buy mod. So I remember to use it at some point. But yeah. Also, which item is it? I think it's like a KFC thing from like a set. Ooh. No, we already have like one motorcycle inside. So let's look through the wall decorations, because maybe we can spice up parts of the building on the outside. Should we do something like that? I think like acoustic wise that would not make any sense. So I think we'll just leave it. Where would this be? Probably on the outside? And maybe... Oh, see? See? These things are always like really rewarding when you thought of something and then like turn around to the other side of the building and then... Did we even turn? No. Okay. But now it's working. Now we have everything in place that I was just talking about. What about this? Okay, so this is another like light switch maybe? We'll just use that as like a light switch. What's this? That's a bell. That's also... Oh no, I think I want this. Because these are the type of light switches that are usually in the buildings I went clubbing in. Because, as I said earlier, I live in Germany and I lived in Hamburg for 8 years before I had to move back to the countryside for health reasons. And I went out and yeah, in the techno scene basically. And these are, yeah, I think my build style is probably pretty inspired by like real life stuff. I never like was clubbing in like a club where the bathroom looked like this, but where they had like the same feel. So yeah, I've been missing my old self a lot lately because yeah, I had to move back to the countryside for health reasons because I need a lot of help. And yeah, I'm just yearning to like live a quote-unquote normal life and like be able to go out clubbing, which is like impossible for probably a pretty long time, or even like forever, quote unquote. But I just miss like the music, like pulsing through your body. Like it really depends where you're from and what kind of music you like, and if you like that feeling of like the bass like rushing through your body. But I'm like craving that lately, and yeah, impossible. So instead, we will just build a venue that I would love to go clubbing in The Sims, I guess. I really need to like make rooms and like save them, because having to like look through all the things to like find stuff that I like is it's exhausting, and takes also like a really long time. I don't even know if like this is interesting to watch, but then at the same time, I have Ellie builds on my iPad right now, and like listening to her building, and that's also a long play. So yeah, maybe one of you enjoys watching this and enjoys the like chatty parts, and just watching me cycle through loads of CC. Okay, maybe. I think that works. It's like fits in there like perfectly. It's kind of glitching right here, but I'm trying to learn that is how The Sims works, and I can't spend like hours lowering images, objects, like in increments of 0.05 or something like that. But as you can see, I do that so much that I actually like know just by looking at stuff at this point how much I will have to lower the item, so it won't be floating. What's this? No, we don't need a soap vending machine. We already have cameras outside. Okay, so we looked through this entire category. Or maybe we can actually... Should we use this over here? No, I think I don't like that. I like the... because it's also a light. See? I'm not too sure if I think the dance floor is lit up well enough. But let's see what's in the clutter category. So we can definitely put like cigarette bits here. Maybe we can put that there. Oh, Leica. I think I said in an earlier video that I did film photography, or could still do, but I'm too sick. And I dated someone for a while, was pretty well off and had several Leica cameras. And since the whole thing was long distance, they let me keep in quotations, keep one of the Leicas at my place, and it's just amazing craftsmanship. I know it's really snobby Leica, but it's impressive how well those cameras are made and how beautiful the photos look. Yeah, we need some tires maybe. My dog just walked in, checking our outdoor area, because I have my blinds like closed because of the neighbors' kids. They have 6 kids, all under 7, which is a lot to endure because the parents are not parenting their children. And now he's just walking back to the kitchen to like lick his bowl a third time and check if it's actually empty, if he actually had all his dinner. Okay, so there are some with the middle part in there and some without. Let's put that there. Some more trash. It does not look really organic. Yeah, let's go with this. I feel like I've been dropping a lot of personal lore, quote unquote, today. Please let me know if that's... I was close to saying too much, but I am trying to like learn that I'm allowed to take up space. So I won't be saying that and apologizing for like taking up space. But yeah. Does this look? Let's try and scoot that. Like this. Yeah, I think I like that. So what are we actually looking for? We need some stuff that makes sense in a nightclub. What makes sense in a nightclub? Drinks would make sense, but I want more like, what's this? Toiletry. Let's use this because I don't think the people who would be using like the green room would be would have like a full on like makeup kit or something like that. I kinda imagine, as I said in the previous videos, this being like a techno club. So I'm not trying to say that like DJs don't get like ready, but in my experience, I'm like seeing things in real life that like doesn't really happen. Maybe I can just place the beer right here. Let's see. Backpack. Maybe we can just like place some cigarettes next to the beer. How does that look? I think that's good. Maybe some like, keys. For like maybe some equipment or something like that. Why is the bottle so big? That's what I mean when I say like watch the scale of items, because I could have sized that down. Bit by bit, but I think I don't need that. Didn't we place like the thing with the feather boa over here the last time? I don't know. I didn't get like a quote-unquote notification when I loaded into the lot today that said like, hey, so we deleted some items. So maybe we didn't end up keeping that? I'm not sure. If I miss it later on, you can always put that down again. Maybe some deodorant? Also, guys, scale. Like, why is my dog barking? Let's see if he calms down by himself. But it's probably just my neighbors in the hallway. I think that looks great. So... no. They would not be serving a drink like that in this place. Yeah, I think we placed that down already. We don't need folded cloth. What's this? Batteries. I don't know why I have these things, but I'm not gonna complain. Do we have space downstairs to like put this somewhere? Well, I don't want to like break up the flow over here. We still need an ashtray for upstairs. We already cluttered with enough beer. Let's see. Should we maybe put some glasses in here? Oh. Let's place the Polaroid camera on the table. Because I like to imagine that the people that would be sitting in this green room have enough money as artists to be able to pay for a Polaroid film, because that stuff is incredibly expensive. It's actually, I don't own a Polaroid camera because that never like intrigued me. But as I said earlier, with like Leica cameras, for example, you still have to develop the film. And I've never developed film myself, but I bought a scanner. So I always scanned my film like on my own, and that kind of saved a bit of money. But like trying to get a hold of like, especially, it's gonna sound like poser stuff, but like Portra 400, for example, like how the prices like skyrocketed. Yeah, that's also part of the reason why I miss Hamburg, because everything was just like, I don't know, I could just hop on the bus and go and get my film developed and drop by an hour later and it would be done. It's really weird to like grieve your old self, even though you're quote unquote doing better now. Like more of my needs get met on a daily basis, but still. It's like a heartbreak, like this achy feeling. And I'm still not over it, even though I've been living in the countryside for like over a year now. Maybe we could put one of these funny wallets over here. Okay, or no, this is too much. When I do things like this, I always think about, well, you could just use the OMSP like shelf, because I'm using CC anyways. But I don't know, I think the cluttering stage of the build is just like a really fun thing. I think it's pretty relaxing. So why try and speed things up? Let's see what else we have. Oh, that's cute. I think I used that in my Canal Corner. That you can find on my Patreon. That's also already up for like public release, and that's like a bodega, or like you could also probably turn it into what's it called? A gas station. If you tour modded some stuff like around the lot, because it's the tiny lot, the 20 by 15, also in Evergreen Harbor. Why is my camera so jumpy? I think I will. I think I will have to change some settings in my camera file later, because I can't build like that. Let's put this there. We still need an ashtray. Did we put soap downstairs in the bathrooms? Like a soap dispenser? I think we didn't. But let's keep it that way for the realism. which is kind of nasty. But we always had like hand sanitizer, so it wasn't like that bad. But then at the same time, going out and clubbing to like techno music, the bathrooms are like, as you can probably imagine, it really depends on not only the club but also the people going there, how the bathroom quote-unquote atmosphere is. Let's size this down once. Let's try this again. Size this down. It's so floaty. I think it is. Oh yeah, actually quite a bit. Wasn't my camera this like jumpy in the other videos? I don't know. I don't feel like it was. That was too much. Let's elevate it by 0.1.18. I think that's fine. And maybe... Okay, that's probably because the beer is actually slotted to the bar. And that's why items tend to disappear when you use too much for them. So let's scoot this over a bit. Then we can just put this like over here maybe. Yeah, I think I like that more. Looks a bit more realistic. That does not make sense in this space. Let's put this ashtray. Oh, we already have an ashtray out there and out there as well. What? What? I didn't know that. Since when can we like slot things on? That's cool. Did you know that? I didn't. Because then we can put like a drinks tray there. I already have something here. Maybe let's put this there. Let's put this in a bit. Okay, so I think wine doesn't make sense. Let me put this out here. It looks weird, right? Yeah. Let's put some headphones there as well. And didn't we... place like a stain there? Maybe we can put this over here as if that was used for the water that was running down, to like have a vessel for that so it doesn't get any worse. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's put that there. Oh, that looks kind of disheveled. I don't know where we would put this. We'll just leave it. I need a cool tray with drinks. What's this? Records. Okay, I think I would much rather use, I think it's by Attic Window at Dawn, their like vinyl shop set. We are almost all the way through this category. Oh, maybe we can put some records there, but I don't like that. Let's just look for drink, and then we'll look for. Oh, we should use the. Is it basement treasure? Is that what it's called? The mattress thing. Okay, we can't use any of these bottles because they function as a bar, if I'm not mistaken. These are glitch, great, because I really like these. It's way too big. Let's put just some of this here. No, attic, no. I think they've popped up this year, and I love the CC, the way they texture that, and the colors they choose. So cute. That's way too big. What about this? I kind of like that, but then at the same time I don't, because I don't like how this is like interrupting the flow. Right. Maybe we'll just take these off for a second. Oh. Then we can... Okay, so they don't slot on there, so we can just use two more to get them over there, and then we can just raise them up. 0.1. Let's try that again. That's enough. It looks fine. Oops. Oops. Let's see. Is that floating? My camera is really pissing me off today. Oh my gosh. I think that looks fine. That looks okay. And I think that will be it, because I don't want to like clutter every table until there's like no space at all. I think this would be somewhat like clean like it is right now. I think that is enough clutter. The bathrooms are done. We still don't have salt, but that's like matching the whole vibe. Green room I think is done. This is also quite cluttered. And down here I think we're also good. So I am thinking about... Oh, that's probably the speakers, right? Yes. The speakers, the light. Let's 0.05 again. And these are the times where I get tempted to just type minus 0.1, and then that's too much. No. Undo. And I think on the outside, I think we need some trash here, because that looks way too clean. So let's grab this. Place that over there. Okay. Let's scoot that over a bit. Well, maybe saving isn't the worst idea. So if you're building as well, please save. Or if you're in CAS, just randomize the name and the traits and everything. Just choose like a random aspiration and like save them to your gallery. I think that's good. But we still need like stuff like that. I think that works. Maybe like this, and then maybe we could also put the bikes in the front. But I feel like people would just ride their bikes to here, because this is like the staircase upstairs. No, I think this looks better. I think I like that. And then we need something right here. Maybe we can just use this again. But I think it's too busy. But if we size this down... I I don't mind it, but I'm not a big fan. Are they clapping? I think it's fine. But what if we took them? How does that look? I think that's good. But we still really need something right here. So let's go inside and see what type of clutter we ended up placing in here. To just also like keep the world cohesive, but we already used that there, so maybe we can just put that there. What did we use inside? Maybe we can use some of the leaves as well. I think that would make sense if the wind is blowing to like blow this in there. It looks so pretty in this lighting. Oh. But yeah, I kind of think we still need like something that lights up like this. Maybe we can just put it on the other side as well. I'm not the biggest fan of doing that, like usually. Ooh. Or we could just do this. Several behind there. And what if we took... like this? And then if we do this, can we see the light? No, we can't. That's the gate. Where did I put it? We will just do it like this because that's way easier. I don't know if I like how that lights up like the gate. I think that's fine. But I would still really like another light over there. I think that's just too bright. Like, come on, come here. It's a really cool nightclub, come in. Like, I think they would not do that. I feel like this would be more of like, if you know situation. And it's just like by word of mouth that people share that they went out here and they had a really, really good time. And then they bring some friends the next time maybe, and then introduce them to other people. Like, I feel like this is like a community place. But this is like in general my vision for Evergreen Harbor. So yeah, I think that's it. We'll just leave the rooftop. This is done. Oh, this isn't the same wallpaper. I think I like the way they are placed on the dance floor. And I'm tempted to use more like deco sims and put some seated ones there, but I still want to be able to like play this lot. I think that's it for today. Really quick one, I think. I have not looked at how long I've been recording for, but we are basically done. I will grab some of my sims to play test, and the speedboat will be up in a few days, and then I'll also give you like a full like cinematic tour of the place. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really hope you enjoyed this video and built something alongside of me doing a parallel play situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, bye.